After a chaotic battle amidst the Mushroom Kingdom, we've returned to the roots of races and fun here at the Double Overpass Cup. Hey everybody, I'm Brendan. You can see more traditional races and fun track behind all these 8 teams, 2 of which Nascar and Jaguar will kick off the tournament today. No names, so I'll have to come up with them on my own, but we do have some numbers there to differentiate. But this one's back to the original. No giant lane where cars can kind of run into each other. No nose blocks will occur in this particular tournament. We got 2 separate lanes, side by side, equal amount of hairpins for inside and outside lines to change. 2 overpasses where cars will get a switch up here. As you can see, the number 6 flying out to the outside there, and then he'll come back inside on that final overpass down here at the bottom. And a nice long course to let a race really build. Right now, NASCAR taking the first one, and they'll be up 1-0. But it's good to see this kind of course back. I don't know how that overpass will do there at the end. I'm a little bit worried about how that might affect some of the backstretch racing. But well, hopefully for the better. NASCAR Jaguar keeping going here, 44 from NASCAR, and Jaguar just a nice gold vehicle. Also off to a slow start. NASCAR has been dominant so far and seems to continue to. 2 hairpins, and it's still NASCAR by quite a bit of length, I will say. He'll cross over there to the far side and hit the outside line. And he still's got quite the lead. I mean, Jaguar team is not looking like they came to race at all today. And here comes NASCAR, number 44, finishing that one off. It's 2-0. See the difference there. Well, quite a bit so far. NASCAR Jaguar, next stretch here. Number 17 Jaguar here on the near side, and now's a good time to really look closely and make sure those hairpins are balanced out. You see Jaguar gets inside line on this first one, and then here coming towards the next turn, he will also get inside line. And he's still behind it for those 2 inside lines. NASCAR again coming out strong. But then he crosses over that overpass towards the outside lane, and that's what allows the game to balance out here. As he'll now get outside line on these final 2 curves. No matter what line he's getting, NASCAR again comes out strong and will take the next win. It's 3-0. Dare I say the word? Dare I say that word, which was so close. Again, the X-Racers came so close that time. I always fall back to them when talking about this cursed feat. There's the 0-1 there of NASCAR on the near side. But it was that Power Rocket who came up short there in the 8th race after a 7-0 lead in the first round. Right now, NASCAR working on a 4-0 and doing pretty well. That 0-1 silver NASCAR vehicle coming out another good chunk of lengths ahead. And it's not looking close at all yet again. I mean, where is the speed on the Jaguar side today? I'm just not seeing it. And he'll come across, bounce towards the race finish pillow, and end that one way ahead of the Jaguar team. Hey man, I mean, he just finished the curve as the other NASCAR car crossed. I mean, that's just not good. NASCAR 51, Jaguar, we got a convertible. 4-0 for the NASCAR team. Oh, this one looks like it's going to come out a little closer. The 51 falling behind. The lead is growing for Jaguar team. 51 having trouble getting out of that hairpin. Not good. He almost slowed to a crawl, but Jaguar also wobbling back and forth here on the turns and will have to go outside line in the back 2 turns. Crosses over through the overpass, which is a speed dock because he has to go up and down, but he still holds a healthy lead, and I think this is going to bring the dreams of glory to the end. Yes, it will. Jaguar will cross, putting it to 4-1, and there will be no shutout today. I am still waiting for it. How glorious that will be to see that happen here on Races and Fun. But right now, NASCAR, best they can do is get 7 here. 76 in the 22. NASCAR racing in that jet black 76. Numbers etched boldly on the side. And it's good to see the Jaguar team break the ice here coming into the second half of round 1. It really wasn't looking good for them, but good that they grabbed one when they had the chance. This time it seems to flop back towards the natural, and NASCAR ahead by a few lengths and stretching out that lead. He will have to go inside here, which is also for advantage, and there comes the lead here towards the back half. Jaguar, anything to say about it? No. And he's just building speed as he gets to the end here. Crashing into that pillow with a bounce. And now it's 5-1. Jaguar and the 94 from NASCAR, sporting McDonald's as the sponsor on the side. Well, McDonald's is sponsoring a couple of the cars today. Jaguar less dotted in confettious decoration. Just made up that word right there. But that's a sense I get when I look at this McDonald's car. Just a sense confetti, it looks like from a distance. But no matter, the 94 speeding ahead with a 5-length lead coming down into the penultimate straight here. And he'll take inside line, he's got it. And it looks like he's going to stretch out that lead toward a win here, and that he will do. So he will come through lane 2 there, and another win. And Jaguars only have 1 hanging on when we head towards round 2. 43, and we have the dark, looks like a purple there, purple Jaguar there on the far side. 43, again, looking bright and bold, blues and oranges and reds, all in there, more blue and red, a little bit of white as well. And coming out strong, 5-6 lengths already, and he'll get inside line here, but he will have to work with the outside in the next 2 turns. It might give chance for Jaguar to come back. Again, the races are not close right now. That does speak to how round 1 will often look in a tournament-style play. But I guarantee you they will get more and more close as we head further on in this tournament. But we have to set a bar somewhere, and sometimes teams are just very roughly matched. Well, there you go. There's the roughness of this matchup. 7-1 NASCAR over Jaguar. I would love to see an upset, if I'm honest, of this Jaguar coming back and putting it away. But I mean, he has a lot of work to do. Here we go, Jaguar, NASCAR. Can Jaguar hold on past round 2? We have the number 1 there on the far side. Mostly white vehicle with some red and other lighter colors dotting the car. But it is the Jaguar starting to pull away here. Not by many lengths, but a lot of room to work with. And especially here, he's going to need it. He has to go away towards the outside. Oh, here comes NASCAR burning back on the inside. Now he's only 2 lengths behind. And starting to stretch out again. 3. Goes on the inside again. Pulls about even. Not enough time to catch up. And that was the closest race we've seen today. But the Jaguar does hang on for the team. And he's the only hope. So good to see that. And he will head towards the semifinals here. Now we have a bunch of NASCAR vehicles to narrow down. Just kind of put their best foot forward for the semifinals, per se. And this is a chance, this is where teams have to start to strategize. Because, 1v1 between teammates can yield different results than if you just line up fastest times from your team. So sometimes it might even be best to tank one of your racers just to get certain ones into the final. And especially holds true when we're talking about open lane racing. Again, this is more closed lane racing the whole time, so, might just want to let the fastest car win here. But when you get the open lane, just depending on how cars do as far as defensive driving, you might want to ask one to take a cruise through the race and, put your best cars out there in the next round. I mean, they have the option, right? I mean, 2 from the same team racing. I'm sure the coach is definitely thinking that through. 43-44. Only a number apart. And it looks like they're only about a length apart here, especially through the second length. Now it starts to fall into the favor of the 43, who now gets 2 inside line turns coming up right here as he crosses underneath. And we'll head towards the last turn, and it looks like the 43 is going to run away with this one. 44 just lagging behind. Had trouble through the turns. You saw speed kind of fall flat there. And the 43 will advance. $94.76. Good to see these two race. Actually, not sure which one's going to come out stronger. I mean, honestly, it looks like it might be a pretty even race so far. 76. Struggling to get out of that turn. Starts to speed up here on the straight. He's going to make quite a pass. 94. Where's the speed? He has inside lines, and now he has to go away for these final two turns. This could be tough to finish out. 76 now inside. He starts to climb that lead up even more lengths. And it looks like down the back stretch here towards the finish line, he will finish it out in good style. And that will bring it to the semifinals, 76-43, and I believe, man, you have to check me on this one. That was 3 races ago. I think that, oh yeah, that's a number 01 hanging on there for the semifinals. It was a number 1 and an 01, but the number 1 is the one that fell to the Jaguar. Here we go to the semifinals, 76 versus the Jaguar. Can the Jaguar hang on through the semifinals? I would be ecstatic. I want to see an exciting finals, but looks like it's going to be a tough race for the Jaguar. 76 coming out strong. Jaguar still hanging on here, coming down the second straight. 76 still starting to pull away here, and he's only working with outside lines right now. So how is it going to turn around for the Jaguar when he has to go away? We have the first overpass here, and the Jaguar continues to fall behind. 76 burning rubber down the inside here, and it looks like that's going to be the end of the dreams for the Jaguar team. Falling flat at the semifinals, only getting one car into the second round even, and the Nascar will put on that dominant performance, and as a team, take this first round. Of course, we're going to race it out to see who's the best of the best here into the finals, but for now, we can at least claim, well, things fell to the favor of the Nascar team by far. They will be a tough team to contend with, definitely coming down towards later rounds. We haven't gotten to see really many of the other teams and what they're going to bring to the table, but that's going to develop over the next few videos, and we'll definitely start to name some contenders there. Ooh, here comes the 01 trying to speed things up down in the second half of the race. He gets inside line right here, and he's got some room to race. He's fast to the backstretch, but not enough time to catch up, and he'll still lag by 3 lengths. And the 43. Looking pretty good coming into the finals. Question is, which car is faster? Honestly, I would lean 76 here. Cast your votes, maybe a comment or two before you watch. You don't want to make any post predictions, because then they're not predictions. But I honestly think the 76, even though the 43 is getting a good start here, I think the 76 has got it in him to finish this out strong. We might have the 43 play around here in the first one, but I would caution you to throw all your money on this brightly colored vehicle coming 5 lengths ahead here. He goes outside. Here comes the 76, starting to speed things up here 5 lengths. Maybe he can close the gap through the final turn. He does close that gap, but not nearly enough. And the 43 will take the first one, and I think you might be able to attribute that to a bad start out of the gate. Looks like the 76 was already behind when the flag went down. And we'll see how that changes here. Right now it's neck and neck, and it really is. 43 starting to edge out a lead. 76 got inside line right there, and he's got a couple lengths ahead. 43 fast on the straight, starting to speed up again, and I might be wrong about the 76. I thought he had much more speed, but looks like the 43 just has that raw endurance. Still in the third straight and going strong here. I mean, after the third turn, coming down the back straight, ending the race and finishing pretty strong, ousting the 76, and that will sweep the final. So, man, don't always trust the commentator there. But 43 is going to win this one individually, and of course, take it home for the NASCAR team in here in this first round. And that will do it for this video, and we'll see you next time on Races and Fun. Set of teams, and coming off that last race where NASCAR destroyed Jaguar, coming out 7-1 in round 1. This should be a good one. Ferrari and Mustang. By the way, hey everybody, I'm Brendan. Almost missed out on saying so. And we'll send him out there. Mustang there on the near side, Ferrari on the far. As they roll through the first couple turns here, down the straight they go. And this is a 4-hairpin course, which encapsulates 5 very long straights, 2 of which have that overpass feature. That gives the double overpass duel its name. Ferrari stretching out a lead here, coming down the back stretch, and goes up and over the overpass. And will crash into the pillow and take this first one. It's a long course and split into 2 lanes the whole time, so a different field than we've seen in the past few tournaments. But again, good stretch of racing. Ferrari and Mustang next set here. Ferrari up 1. Mustang, though, coming back pretty strong, already up 2 lengths here as we turn to the first hairpin. Here comes Ferrari, roaring back here through the turn, and it looks like the turns are going to be strong for the Ferrari team. What about this hairpin? Mustang slowing down. Actually struggled through the turn. Almost looked like he came to a stop for a second, but still has the lead. And it looks like the turns are the detriment for him. Ferrari has to work with the outside line here. He starts to come back here. Now 3 lengths in between him. And Ferrari's got speed down the backstretch. Doesn't have to go over the pass, and he will take the win. He got to go right under it, just based on the choice of lane. And Ferrari puts that lead to 2-0. Mustang and Ferrari again, this time blue and yellow. And that was quite the comeback. And all the speed came right at the end there. Mustangs trying to look for their first win here, stretching out a lead yet again. And Ferrari still working from behind, but slowly climbing back to a lead, and Mustang is slow through this straight. Both of these cars barely able to scrape by through that next turn. I don't even know how the Mustang got up the hill there for the overpass, but here comes the Ferrari. He's got a healthy lead, now up to 3-4 lengths, and stretching towards the last turn. Mustang's got to do something here. Ferraris do have to hit that overpass, but are way ahead at this point. And now it's 3-0. And again, it's about how you're going to take those hairpins, and Ferraris have been faster the whole time so far on the turns. Ferrari Mustang here, yellow and red. And that's going to be the deciding factor. Again, Ferraris out to a lead. Mustang working from behind here. Usually it's the Ferraris working from behind, but this time Mustangs might have a chance for that comeback. Ferrari starts to slow down here through the straight, coming around the turns. It's still Ferrari with the lead. Again, the Ferraris seem to thrive in that circular motion. And again, ooh, here comes the Mustang car there on the far side, evening it up and out to a lead down the back straight, and the shutout might be over. The Ferrari stretch out towards the end and can't grab it. Down by a half length. And almost got to the halfway mark here of, again, the most difficult feat to pull off in Races and Fun tournament play. Unfortunately, falling short here, but, I mean, listen, we started this tournament with a 7-1 in round 1. So honestly, seeing that more than once, especially twice in a row, is usually not likely for a tournament. This time it's about even. Here comes the Mustang, coming out of that turn pretty well. Found speed down the end of the turn, and now he whips through this hairpin, and he starts to establish a lead. Number 28 of Mustang, and a nice thin black stripe down the side, and well, he barrel rolls, well, about as much as you could in that small space as he comes across the finish line. Look at him go. It's gotta hurt. Ferrari Mustang, we had gold, we got silver, and we saw this gold Ferrari race recently. I think it was before the Mario tournament. And he took things pretty well to the end of that one. One of the best racers for the Ferrari team in that tournament. And looking tough there through the turn. Here comes a Mustang with an acceleration down that third straight and gets inside line here on the back two hairpins. And here comes the lead. Mustang's trying to climb back here. It's 3-2, and he might make it 3-3 right here. As the overpass gives a chance for the Ferrari to climb in, but that will not happen this time. And now we're looking at a 3-3 game. Mustang, Ferrari. Bright colors here. Easy to differentiate nonetheless. Ferrari this time with the number on the side, a big old 40, etched in yellow. And we'll see it on the other side as well as he turns through. Both cars not moving very fast, but Ferrari's still holding that lead. Here comes Mustang. Pulled ahead for a second there through the turn. And Ferrari still grabs back the lead. Faster on the straights this time. And he starts to run away with it here. Down the fourth straight, here comes the fifth one. Where's Mustang? Ooh, quite a bit far behind and stuttered through that hairpin. He's not going to have a chance to catch up. And Ferraris get the advantage once again, 4-3. Mustang could even it out here if they can take this. Let's go Ferrari, let's go Mustang. Red and blue. And here we go. This time, one of the rare times that a Mustang gets out to an early lead as big as this one. Saw more of that towards the beginning of the round. But again, looking pretty good for the Mustang and through the turns. Ooh, wobbly there, but still had some speed. And he gets to cut right under that overpass and continue to build that lead. And honestly, that Ferrari's so far back, I don't even know if it's going to be a contest here coming into the fifth straight, unless the Mustang flies out of the track, which he almost did. Trouble in that hairpin, but does manage to scrape his way across. And that's going to be an easy win for the Mustang. Get that replay. Not much to see there. Just a huge gap between the two. We're even at 4 for both, so this should make for a good next couple of rounds. Let's go Mustang, let's go Ferrari. Again, back to the 40. Two of the faster cars, I think, so far in this one. We saw the 40 really hold a lead, and same with this blue Mustang for the whole time in their respective races. And now we get to see them go up against each other. Early on here, only in round 2. And it's looking pretty good. Looking pretty good as a race. Honestly, I think Ferrari has a chance here. He's coming back with a fury. And through this turn, he's got 2 inside lines coming up here. Uses one pretty well. Now he's about even, and even a half a length ahead. Here's the next inside line. He's 2 lengths ahead. Mustang gets the underpass and can't catch up. He's down a length. And at this point, you got to be asking, is having the 2 inside lines later on an advantage? Some would say no, that it evens out, because if you have them at the beginning, then you can use that time to build a lead. If you have them at the end, you can use that time to come back. But I'm not sure if that's necessarily as clear-cut as it seems. I think those inside lines toward the end really give you a chance to build speed coming into the backstretch, and usually you don't have to hit that overpass. You get to hit that at the halfway point. Here comes Ferrari, way ahead of Mustang here. Mustang trying to climb back in, and he is closing that gap, surely but slowly. And here's the backstretch. Mustang gets to go underneath and catching up, but no. That underpass there, does that make up for 2 inside line curves on 3 and 4? I'm not sure. Mustang, Ferrari. Ferraris have thrived in this next round, winning the first 2. And starting off pretty slow in this one. Ooh. Squeaks around that turn, and there comes the lead for the Mustang, who rattles down the second straight and takes this last inside line turn. We go up and over the overpass here, and he'll look towards the second half of the course. First hairpin, smooth as butter, and probably going to look the same to the second one. Look at that. You could hear how the sound was consistent through that, and that's going to be an easy win for the Mustangs. We're going to put one towards the semifinals. Not a bad finish. Mustangs save themselves from a quick defeat in round 2. Mustang Ferrari, last one. Ferrari's up 2-1. Mustangs would like to have another one here if they could get it. They don't want to put all their hopes on one car when they have to face semifinal play. But it looks like this Ferrari's burning rubber right here. This is a true speed difference. I mean, through that straight, we're looking at about double the speed coming from the black Ferrari. He starts to burn through again, and he's about 2 lengths ahead. Here we go, down towards the final hairpin. He's going to get the inside line as well. That's going to be good coming down the backstretch. Mustang has a chance here, though. Not far behind. Doesn't have to go over, but doesn't have the speed to come back. And I will say, haven't hit that overpass. And the 5th straight is tough. Going to dock some speed for sure, but so far Ferraris have taken that pretty well. We have 3 Ferraris, only 1 Mustang. Mustang's playing from behind here, but again, it only takes 1 win to put you in the finals. Silver Mustang, silver Ferrari, a silver across-the-board duel, and then the double overpass course. Right now, well, I think the Mustang is really showing that he's out here to play. He wants to be in the finals, and I can see a racer like that making it to the finals, definitely. Ferrari barely able to get through the turns right now, and Mustang already coming in to the back straight here, looking good. He's got the last straight coming up here, and how is this turn going to look? Very smooth. Not going too fast, but not going too slow either, and that's going to be a quick and just very satisfying win for the Mustangs. We'll at least get a car in the finals. Something that can't be said for the Jaguars in the previous race. I guess that's what we can call it. First race of round 1, which is made up of many other races. So I haven't worked that out quite yet, but I'm sure it will come eventually. Comments. Still looking to you guys for a nomenclature for all the different rounds and races that we deal with in tournament play here on Races and Fun. Another word comes up again. Here comes the black Ferrari. Ooh, fast, but struggles through that turn, and he has to go over red Ferrari. Almost took that away. Honestly, I think the black Ferrari is a better racer to see in the finals, just based on past performance, but the red one almost denied him that chance. Here come the finals. First to win 2 races. Advances right to victory. Ferrari and Mustang. I guess the team advances is what the meaning is there. Well, this is as even as it gets coming out of the first straight. And, well, we get that inside line from Ferrari, but that's just because we had less distance to cover. Mustang screams back into the lead and is going to be smooth down the away hairpin there. And it's going to be tough on the Ferrari because now it has to deal with outside lines and not a lot of course to play with. I don't really know how he's going to come back. Mustang stays dominant down the final straight, and, well, that's an easy win here in the finals coming off first race. And that will send us to a change lane situation. Mustang coming out a little stronger here, up by a couple lengths. Gets inside line in the first 2. That will give Ferrari at least a chance to come back in the back 2. Already lagging behind, but looking a little better than last time. This time the silver Mustang having trouble establishing a very large lead. He has to go over here as well. And now we got 2 inside lines coming up from the Ferrari. Can he catch up? Now we're down to about 4 lengths, 5 between them. Still doesn't look good for the black Ferrari. Whips around the hairpin, trying to speed up, but I think he nudged something there coming out of the hairpin at the end, and that's going to be a win for the Mustang team. They will take it, and they will be heading on to round 2 of this tournament. All riding on this one Mustang who survived 2 full rounds by himself to take it. That will do it for this video. Do not forget. You think of a team effort. Last time Mustang showed us that sometimes there's a solo component involved. Hey everybody, I'm Brendan. Corvette versus Tesla as we kick off the 3rd round of round 1 of this tournament. Again, to use the word round a little bit too much. Did see a comment, I will say. I did see the comment that kind of broke it down into some new lingo, but I haven't had the chance to really delve into that too much. I will say, though, as I said before, the Mustang team, quite a finish last time, that silver Mustang taking it right to the end when things looked pretty bleak for that team. But Corvettes and Teslas going at it today, and honestly, pretty rough start for both of them. Did not look fast there at all, either of them, through any of those turns. And we'll see who starts to come out with more of a fury here. Corvette and Tesla. Corvette here on the near side, Tesla there on the far side, and there's a lead starting to extend. There's a fast vehicle coming through the hairpin, and speed is going to pick up here. Tesla written right there on the side, you can't miss it, so if you're confused about who is who in this race, well, take a look to the broad side of the silver car in front of you, who's way ahead, by the way, almost a full straight's worth of length ahead around that final hairpin. Come over the overpass, and they, oh wow, slid right in his hood into the racing pillow. And, well, Tesla will take a win there. What a long replay as Corvette just fell so far behind there. Tesla Corvette. Seems like these smaller Tesla vehicles struggle to get out of the gate very well. There we go, around the hairpin. Ooh, Tesla slowing down quite a bit, losing a ton of ground on that. And now the Corvette's turn to come back and assert some dominance here, though he did look tough through that inside line hairpin. Lost a lot of speed. Looks like the wheels were hitting the sides there. And, ooh, he rattles down here through the fourth straight into the fifth one, but he's got a healthy lead. I think that's going to be pretty easy to take home. There you go. But again, I will say I'm just getting a vibe that racers are not necessarily comfortable in this one so far. Let's see how that turns out later on. Look at, again, the distance between the two cars. That is a long time to wait between vehicles in that replay. Let's go Corvette, let's go Tesla. Yellow and red. Corvette, of course, here on the near side with those two beautiful black racing stripes down the center, coming out a few lengths ahead here. Oh, Corvette wheels grind on the side, and he's way behind. I almost didn't see that at first. I saw an odd turn, almost like the wheels went the wrong direction. Something bent there, and all of a sudden, like, the Corvette's almost off the track. And that woke me up a little bit, because that should have been a win for the Corvette team, and it certainly will not be. And something that started pretty slow from the perspective of exciting races just flipped on right now. Like turning on a blender. I am all mixed up there. I wish we could get a replay of that part. Tesla and Corvette. Because that came out of absolute nowhere. I don't even know how that happened. I honestly could not explain to you how that happened. This course is single lane per car. The lanes have high guidelines. It's not the fastest of courses we've ever seen here on Races and Fun. There's no jump component involved. The stress here is a little bit lower than your average open track racing. Here comes Corvette diving on the inside line. I think they're starting about to get close as we head towards the end here. He'll get inside line once more. Yes, that's right. I'm pausing for what I was saying earlier. Really focus here for a second, but I think things will actually spread out as Tesla kind of pulls it back together through the final hairpin. And we get another couple Corvette, we get Tesla. But back to what I was saying, I really don't know how any car could dislodge, with those factors, how any car could really dislodge from the track. I mean, man, what happened? What happened? I mean, someone, comments? I mean, right? So, I mean, I'm just speechless right now. So, I guess we have to get back to the race. Tesla, Corvette, this one looks to be a little bit closer. Man, I've never been so thrown off by something on here on Races and Fun. But honestly, this course is made for cars to be able to have no issues as far as rotation. Rotation should be on the low. And as far as being able to at least stay in the lane, it's about speed. So here we go. We go Tesla, we go Corvette. Tesla take that one last race pretty easily. A little bit closer than we've seen earlier, but Tesla still, the larger vehicles coming out strong. Actually rattled there through the hairpin. Actually almost popped right out of the track. And things will start to slow down here for the Tesla. Actually, Corvette's catching up. And he's going underneath, and he's got the lead by a couple of lengths. Here comes Tesla down the outside line. He's got some work to do as we head towards the final straight. Whips around the inside line. Corvette still holding a strong lead up and over the overpass. And here at the double overpass cup, it might even be pretty even as we head towards round 2. And one more race here. Corvette Tesla. Beautiful Corvette, by the way. I love that milky white color on that car, and off to a good start, up a length or 2, and gets inside line in the first couple of turns. This is the time to take that lead. If you have inside line in turns 1 and 2, and you're not grabbing the lead, things look bleak down the back 2 turns. Right now, Tesla, catching up under the overpass. He goes, and he's up by a couple lengths. Corvette still staying in the race, though, starting to grind back distance slowly but surely. Has to go away this time. Has speed underneath Tesla. He's got it by a couple lengths. An aberration to what I just said. Took the first 2 turns badly and came back actually at the end when he had to go away to the outside. And we're tied at 4. And this has been a wild first round. I really, really can't get over the fact that that Corvette popped right out of the track in the first hairpin. Milky white Corvette once again, and the white Tesla. Man, what a beautiful car. And here comes Tesla on the outside line starting to catch up. But that's what happened last time for this Corvette. He started out not that great and actually built up a lead here at the end. Let's see if he does it again. Here we go, down to the 4th straight. Starting to grind back a little bit of a lead. No, he's starting to fall away off camera. He has time to get to the end. Speeds up, but no chance. And the milky white Corvette with quite a victory. Only feels like seconds ago. And he falls short in this one. Maybe not enough rest time. Tesla Corvette. Darker colors. We have black there on the far side. And we got an 82 on the side of the red Corvette here. Ooh. Again, rattling at the end of that hairpin. Maybe it's something to do with the narrowness of the lane on the inside there. Might be all the momentum kind of pushing up. But still, man, I'm trying to wrap my head around that. That put me in a box there word-wise for a while. Here we go. Tesla stretching out a lead. He's up by 4 or 5 lengths. Now to 6, I'll say. Corvette tried to come out fast from that turn, but I think tried too hard. And you saw him kind of dampen. Look at that. Dampen right as he left the hairpin. Didn't have time to catch up. Let's go Corvette. Let's go Tesla. And this is the Tesla here on the far side, who actually firsthand was able to see the action from round 1. Maybe we'll catch an interview later. But I mean, speed-wise, honestly, this Tesla shouldn't be in round 2. As you can see, the Corvette team kind of dominating here as we work towards the end. I mean, look at the distance. This is like back to round 1 racing here. Coming around the outside line, Corvette still's got a pretty solid lead, and he's going to put it away. Did we get any looks from that Tesla? Well, finally. But we had to wait quite a while. Cameraman got to catch a break for a moment. Oh, the long-winded replay once again. Tesla Corvette. Things begin to heat up even more, heading towards those semifinals. We have a Tesla and a Corvette in the semifinals already. And let's work towards this finish line here. Tesla Gray had the inside line there, starting to give up a lead. No, he grabs it back momentarily, but on the straights, looks like the Corvette is the one who will thrive. Now he gets to go inside the next couple of turns, and looking pretty good for him, honestly. Tesla needs to pull rabbit out of his hat or something here at the end, and I can't even finish that sentence before the Corvette makes his way to the end. Ooh, nasty bump there by the Tesla right there, nose to tail. as we cross the finish line. And now we're even at 2 into the semifinals. Things should be closer here. Semifinals. Tesla Corvette. White and red. Corvette coming out strong, couple of lengths, fast on the straights. We saw this car before, known for that speed on the straights, but you can always see the dampen on the speed when the hairpins are reached, and you saw it right there. Here comes the white Tesla, actually taking advantage of that loss of momentum, and he's almost grinded back to the lead, and he does here for a second, up by a length. Corvette stretches out. He has speed on the straights, still back to the lead for a second, and there he goes in the back straight, and he's got it. Tesla jumps up on the pillow there, because you could tell he gave it his all. He gave everything he had, but the Corvette just had it out by just a length or two. Black Tesla, yellow Corvette, same situation. Corvette there fast on the straights. You can see just a grind there as he pushes through the hairpin. In this case, though, Tesla not as fast, not able to keep pace with this Corvette. This Indiana. And we might have a finals-only Corvette, a Corvette-only finals, which I think is about to what happened. I actually thought Tesla came out stronger in round 1, but Corvette's going to take this one. Going to the finals is a Corvette victory. And we'll just go for fastest car at this point. Let's go to the finals. First to win 2 races. At this point, any long-term races and fun viewers know how the finals go. Corvette. Yellow and red. Honestly, my money's on the yellow just because of the endurance he showed in that previous race. Just no problem, even through the hairpins, coming back out in the straights and accelerating. But right now, the red Corvette is using his skills to his advantage. He's pulling even every time they leave the hairpin, and now he's in front. He got underside line, so that is quicker, and he'll have to go over here in the final straight. Here comes the yellow Corvette, fast, but here's the red one back in the near side and doesn't have time. And that's the first race gone. And it really lost a lot of lengths over that overpass. As I said, he has to come out a little bit stronger here. We do change lanes. Now he'll get inside on the first turn, so this is where the commanding lead has to grow, so he doesn't have to go away and work from behind. But right now, still the yellow Corvette, that Indiana, really pushing with all he's got. And he gets underneath, and now he's got a healthy lead. I don't know if there's time for the red Corvette to catch up. I don't think so. This yellow Corvette, the Indiana, if he comes down for the 5th straight, he'll cross the overpass and have room to spare as he crosses. And that will do it for this edition of Races and Fun. Heat 3, Round 3, whatever you want to call it. It's number 3 of Round 1. Corvette team will advance, and the MVP of that being the Indiana by far. And don't forget to... And some engagement with the comments. I think I have finally come out with a naming structure that I could handle here for these tournament races at Races and Fun. As we get going here, Viper and Cadillac, I will explain it to you. So for the rounds of the tournaments, of which we are in round 1 of this tournament, we're in match 4. I'll call it specifically tournament round 1. So it's very clear that this is the round naming the tournament itself and not necessarily the rounds within each video. This is tournament round 1. This will be match 4. This is the 4th match of cars in round 1. Round 1, tournament round 1 has 4. Tournament round 2 has 2. And tournament round 3, of course, has just the finals. I think Viper, they're coming across, starting things off pretty hot for the Viper team. So tournament round 1, we are in match 4. And then I'll just call the normal, there's Cadillac and Viper coming out here. Cadillac there on the near side, gray. And Viper there with a spoiler on the back, nice and shiny gold, it looks like. We're in tournament round 1, match 4. And this will be round 1 of the match. And then each individual race between cars, if you want to get down to the nitty-gritty, we can call those heats, we can call those races. I'll bop back and forth between those two names for sure. but at least that will kind of make it a little easier to understand, as long as I continue to say tournament round when I talk about the tournament rounds, and round, there's Cadillac evening things in one. And round, when I talk about just the rounds within the videos, I think we will be able to stay clear. Viper and Cadillac, actually similar models to the first race, except we have a different skin on either of them. Bright, shiny wheels coming off that Viper, convertible as such, shiny silver color, and then we have more of the traditional black, the matte black finish across to that beautiful Cadillac, who also has quite shiny wheels as well. We are in Heat 3 here, and it looks like Cadillac is looking to take a second race, and that he will do as he rolls over and puts that one away. Took me a while to really take a focus to the different naming structures that we could use here for these tournaments, but again, I hope this way is satisfactory to you guys. Cadillac Viper, blue and red. And Cadillac here on the near side. Silver wheels, blue body. And coming out a good couple of lengths here, though in the second straight, it looks like the Viper's going to start to fight back, and there he goes. Now up a length. He has outside line, and there he goes, starting to lose the lead, but he'll easily gain right back, and he gets to go underneath here, so he's got a couple of lengths now. He grabs the inside line. It's a close race, though. Here comes Cadillac in the fourth straight, picking up speed and back to the lead through the hairpin. Loses it for a second. Cadillac back on top, and Viper had to go up and over, so no room to catch up there, and that will be a win for the Cadillac team, putting them, I think, at 3-1 at this point. As we move on, Viper, Cadillac. Next set of racers here, another convertible. I think that's gold wheels, gold hubs there on the Viper. Beautiful car. Definitely a shiny, speckled paint on the car body as well. Slowing down here through the second straight. Cadillac trying to win it out over the hairpin, and does. He gets to go underneath as well. Now he's working with two inside lines. He should be able to start to run away with it here. Viper slowed down through that third turn, and it will be hard to catch up as he rolls his way up and over the overpass and down to the finish line, and Cadillac takes yet another race. I think we might be looking at 4-1. Let's go Cadillac, let's go Viper. Switch up in the models here. Viper, that bright sky blue, black tires, black hubs, and the spoiler, and dotted with various sponsors and numbers on the side. I think we can get a glimpse of the number there. And it's kind of hard to see. Cars are a blur racing past, but no matter. I think it's something in the 40s. And he rattles through into the fourth straight, ahead by a few lengths, still working on a solid lead, coming out with speed this time. And Vipers might get their second win. Oh, he almost ran off the track in the fourth turn. Oh my God. I almost spoke too soon. Viper Cadillac as we move on. So in quite a odd shape to be putting on the racing field, but that's what they're going with. Man, that Viper, almost like last time. Remember the last time it was in the first turn that we saw a car almost leave the track. A track built for being able to easily stay within the guidelines. Those guidelines come about halfway up the wheel. And somehow there, the Viper flew almost out of the track. He gained control and was able to maintain the lead. This giant black Cadillac rattles through turn 4 and brings it to a close. And that will be up by 5-2 at this point. And we'll have our last heat coming up here before we roll to the next round. Let's go Cadillac, let's go Viper. Red and blue yet again. This time we have a nice racing stripe down the Viper there on the far side. Blue and white, always a good combo in my opinion, especially as the blue gets darker. A light blue and a white, not necessarily my forte, but you know, I can definitely appreciate a dark blue with a nice contrasting white stripe. Bright shiny wheels as well. On the other side, the Cadillac, just a nice straight red, really stands out there on the track. Right now falling behind though, so he's not in camera view to stand out. Gaining speed through the fourth turn, goes underneath, brings it to a close, but not enough to take the race. He brought it right up to even almost, at least till one length between them. There we go. That'll be 5-3 on the Cadillac side. But unfortunately, not enough time to pull it back. Things really get quick as we get to the 5th straight. Cadillac and Viper. These two teams being more evenly matched than what we've seen in the past few races. Past few tournament matches. Sorry to lose out on the naming structure already. But in those matches, things were a little splayed apart, I'd say, for the first round, and then things started to converge, of course, as we head towards the final, as the fastest of the fast really come together. But this time, we were close out of the gate. Here we go, Viper, Cadillac, Viper the blue with the racing stripe, and falling behind as he had to hit the overpass, and the Cadillac stayed straight down underneath. Yes, you do have to go laterally underneath as well, but you don't have to go vertically, which can affect your speed. In theory, vertical motion is not supposed to have any effect on horizontal motion if you've taken physics. Oh wow, that Viper almost flipped right out again. He really has trouble staying in the track. And the Cadillac's getting a healthy lead as he took advantage of that slip-up. But you know, when you have to climb up the hill, that's definitely going to affect your overall speed in this case. So having that overpass in the last straight certainly adds to the difficulty of an even race when you get to that 5th straight. Viper's going to finish disappointingly low. I actually had high hopes for this Viper, especially as he regained control and won the race last time. But he's not going to be able to do anything better than last. Cadillac Viper. Let's roll out here. Contrasting color here, nice dark gray it seems on the near side, as the Viper is white and patched in different decals, silver on the hubcaps for both of them. And things are looking pretty good for the Cadillac as we head towards that 3rd turn. He'll go over, he'll lose a little speed. Viper's got a chance, he gets inside line the next 2 turns, he's now between 2 lengths. And can he make any more ground up? Cadillac still holding his ground. Viper will have to go over here, and there goes all the speed as it starts to stretch away again. Viper not going to be able to take that one either. Viper needs to pick it up here. Not a lot of time left. 2 Cadillacs. Actually, I think at this point, it might be all Cadillacs. Vipers might have been knocked out here in round 2. Weird I'd say that after all the close races we saw in round 1. But it looks like it's going that way. 2 Cadillacs, I mean, equal. I mean, symmetric builds, if you want to use that word, on these 2 cars. Just really different colors. I mean, that's why the speed is so locked even down the 4th straight. That is beautiful to see. Synchronized swimming even would have trouble rivaling that 4th straight right there. The gray one will take it. I mean, it makes sense. He does get that underside line there at the end, so he's able to grab a length. But, I mean, that's going to be a Cadillac win right there. The Cruisers. They get out there and they have a long time to race. Well, that speed's just going to keep building. Well, now we get some names on the cars. The Cadillac 16 and the Cadillac Escalade. And really get a vision on that beautiful black Escalade. Those are some bright gold spokes. I think spokes of 5 on the hubcaps. And I'm kind of rooting for it. As we roll down towards the 3rd turn, Cadillac already used up his 2 inside lines and now is going to struggle keeping up with the gray here. The 16 as we get inside line, and I think the gap is just too big here. Look at them coming to the end, and that's going to do it. Cadillac moving on, Cadillac going home. Cadillac CTS Coupe and the Cadillac 16. 16 in the coupe. Odd choice to begin naming them more specifically now, but I guess that was how the officials wanted to do it for this tournament. The coupe coming out fast. Ooh, the outside line. He's still grinding out a lead, working away. He gets to go underneath here. He's going to pick up a big lead. That's 3 lengths. And the Cadillac there in the back, the 16, is going to struggle to catch up here, and he won't even get any inside lines anymore. And that's going to be a clear winner. And we'll have to finish this off in the finals. I think he's going against the same model there in the finals, so unless the wheels are greased a little bit more, you might get similar results. First to win 2 races will advance. But it is the finals, so advancing meaning, well, going home happy. 16 in the coupe. This time the 16 off to a faster start, up by a length. He does get inside here, so maybe this will be good for him. Ooh, starting to build a lead. Look at that, 3, 4 lengths even. Yes, I think 4, if I eyeball that correctly. And the 16, well, he's got a chance to run away with this. Now it's time for the coupe to roar back into it. He gets the inside line here. Here he comes. He starts to narrow that lead down to 3 lengths. He does start to stretch it away again. Goes inside, rattles, and hesitates through the turn, and that's going to be a win for the 16. Who, well, looking for the sweep here, honestly. Now we got the coupe here on the near side, so he's going to be able to start off fast. 16, trying to work out a lead even through the disadvantage of the first 2 turns, and will. Look at that, 2 and 3 as he moves towards the second half of the race. And he doesn't even have to go over on this one. The coupe has to bring it back here, but I don't know if he's got the time or the speed to do so. 16 just has all the grease he needs down the wheels. He will go over the overpass, and he'll put this game away today. This match is over. Cadillac wins. And as we see in the replay, the 16 is the sole victor of that victory. And that will do things herein at Races and Fun. Join us next time as we head to tournament round 2. Where the excitement starts to build. Teams more evenly matched face off and the races become more competitive. Hey everybody, I'm Brendan. Nascar and Mustang, both victors from tournament round 1 in their respective races, their matches, trying to keep that lingo intact. We'll kick things off today as we begin tournament round 2. This will be match 1, and this will be round 1 of said match. And as you can see by the 2 cars racing down the track into the 4th straight here, we are in Heat 1. Looks like the Mustang team off to a strong start. NASCAR lagging behind. Here we get underneath NASCAR, catching up at the end, but not enough space. Oh, that was a good way to start today's race. I thought NASCAR had a chance to pull things back together there, but unfortunately, no. Mustang and NASCAR. Yeah, next bout of vehicles. NASCAR, they're actually stretching out a pretty solid lead here. He has 01 on the side, dark wheels, and a nice set of rainbow stripes behind that 01, giving that silver body a little bit of flair. Marked in Daytona. And he stretched out quite the lead here. I think that's going to be a pretty easy win for the NASCAR team, so already we're even at 1, dashing any shutout hopes. Remember in the last video, match 4 of tournament round 1, we actually had a team knock out another team by the 3rd round. NASCAR and Mustang here. We got number 44 getting out there. But, almost just as good as a shutout, honestly. If you can knock out the other team completely by the time you hit the semifinals, you're doing all the right things as a racing team. Unfortunately, they couldn't claim the shutout feat. One that I could not be more excited to see. But, it's hard. But still props to them for pulling that. I believe that was the Cadillac team who made that happen. NASCAR will run away with this one as well. They'll be up 2-1. But again, good performance from them, and they'll be a team to watch out for when we get to match 2 of this tournament round. And because they're fast. Mustang NASCAR. This NASCAR McDonald's theme, 94 on the side. So far, things looking bleak for the Mustang team, who are down a couple races here and already a big lead for the 94 as we get into race 4 here. And truly a McDonald's themed car, color to color, red, yellow, white even. Maybe the wheels would be nice if they were French fry colored or something, but what can you do? NASCAR takes that one pretty easily, and it'll be 3-1. Mustang could use a win here. NASCAR Mustang, we got the 76. NASCAR's one of their top racers, so this will be a grind for the Mustang team. But looks like a close race coming out the gate. Here comes NASCAR around the outside. Now he starts to stretch out the lead. Mustang tried to hold on through the inside line, but starting to slip away. And he'll get over the overpass there. And the lead is going to continue to grow, and I think NASCAR is going to wrap up another win. That will push it to 4-1. Honestly, didn't expect anything less from the 76, who just almost gets airtime going over the overpass there with the speed he's collecting. And, well, NASCAR is pretty dominant right now. Mustang NASCAR. 43 on the side of this car. Blue and orange, a little bit of white in there. And we got the gold Mustang. Beautiful vehicle, but certainly not getting a good start speed-wise. I almost thought he was going to stop there in the first hairpin. But, well, no, he's still got some momentum. And here comes the 43, screaming around all those curves. That might be red. In the lighting here, it's hard to tell if that's with a darker orange or a brighter red. But either way, you can see it's a beautiful vehicle. And, well, right now its wheels are facing up. Comes across way in front, but really can't control himself after he gets out through the finish line. And that will be 5-1 in the NASCAR favor. Get another one out there. Another McDonald's NASCAR. This one, 94. And taking a more of a black motif. Which McDonald's has been known to have here and there. Still featuring a little bit of that yellow and red, some white as well, etched on the side in the name is white. But this time Mustang actually out to a lead here. NASCAR starting to lag behind. Here we have many lengths in between them. This could be a second win for Mustang. They certainly need it. Silver Mustang coming around the bend here, and he'll get over the overpass and cross pretty easily. And that will bring the score to 5-2. Wouldn't NASCAR like to put Mustang out of its misery early on here? Mustang and NASCAR. This will be the last race of the set. This is Heat 8. And this is the time for NASCAR to really take a commanding lead. If they can get up 6-2 here, you're looking at a really, really tough climb for the Mustang team. And it becomes more of a one-man team at that point. Mustang holding the lead, though. They're trying to climb back into this one. NASCAR has to go outside in this final turn. 28 on the side of this Mustang. We saw him in the previous video. Remember him, that thin black racing stripe. He stood out to me before, and he does again. Crossing again and bringing that score to 5-3. Mustangs might have a chance coming up here in the next round. And as you can see, 5-3. And we'll roll right into the next one. Two silver cars, NASCAR Mustang. Beautiful rainbow racing stripe there down under the 1, the 01. I wonder if NASCAR vehicles make a distinction between cars that are etched with just the 1 and cars that keep a full 01 on the side. Certainly the same number, but a different way of representing it. I think probably different personalities aligned with different choices. Right now, depending on 101 doesn't matter. This NASCAR vehicle is going to take it away, and Mustang's going to be down yet another car. NASCAR dominant, pretty good so far. Can't say complete dominance, but up there. And Mustang bringing one of their better racers out here. I think their best racer is yet to come still. I don't know if I'd put the Bumblebee Mustang, if you want to call it such, as their best racer. I think the one coming, I actually don't remember the color. No matter, we'll see soon. Really got out to a huge lead in that first round, so Mustangs better be banking on him, because right now this Bumblebee is buzzing the wrong way. 44 will come over and complete that race way ahead. Lane 2 taking the finish. And here we go, the best of the Mustangs, one of the best of the NASCARs. 76, definitely, like I said before, top racer. 76-71. The 71, beautiful red car with thick white stripe down the side to accent bright shiny wheels. But the 76 off to a good lead. Mustang will get inside line here. The next 2 turns, but has a lot of ground to make up. Here we go, 71. Ooh, way behind. I think it might be out of reach at this point. And the 76 just burns rubber down the side. And I think that will do it right here. Round 2, and it's over again. They Cadillac-ed the Mustangs as they put them away here by the end of round 2. And it is a NASCAR win, already heading right to the finals. And now it's just deciding which NASCAR vehicle will be crowned the fastest of the bunch. Be exciting races, though. Similar models mean for similar racing styles. And you can imagine that's going to spell good for the 94, who is going to have the advantage of the inside line in the back, too. 94 crossing underneath, now out by a little bit and gets inside line the next 2 turns. 43 with ground to make up and starting to make up that ground. Narrows that lead to 2 lengths, even comes under and narrows it more, but not enough to take the win. And it will be the McDonald's representor who will run to the semifinals with the rest of them. I think this is a chance where we'll get to see who are those top 2 and certainly top 1 of the NASCAR team. I believe the 01 took it in the previous video. Tournament round 1 match run, I believe NASCAR featured, and the 01 also won overall. But right now, not looking good. McDonald's coming out strong here. 94 coming underneath. Pretty fast, and gets inside line. The advantage is huge for the 94. And he'll bring it to a close right here. That's going to be a no-contest race, honestly. And coming off quite the performance from the first tournament round. Kind of disappointed in the 01. Maybe not enough oil on the axles today. NASCAR, 7644. And, well, I mean, my money's on the 76. Obviously, based on what we've seen so far, I think the 76 could give any car easily a run for its money here, especially at the double overpass cup. And looking right now like the 76 is not going to waste any time bringing this to a close. Does have a little struggle here. Here comes the 44 who gets inside line, starts to close the gap. A lot of room for the 76. Oh, closes it more, but still not even enough for there to be any nerves on the sides of the 76, though I think things will be closer here come finals. Let's go finals. First to win 2 races advances to the finals. Well, I'm already there, so first to win 2 races, I guess we'll close things out for the win. Whoever's behind the glass doing the text may not understand exactly what finals means. No matter, though, here comes the 94, here comes the 76, and the 94 taking outside line first 2 turns and still out to a lead. This is going to be a tough match for the 76. 76 still holding inside it, though. Still has a chance to come back, still has time to make moves. 94 whips around the inside line of the last hairpin and will grind to a win here. And he'll be up 1-0 here in the finals. And honestly, I'm hoping for some grit. Just grit here from the 76 because this is a chance to come back. 76 already down a length. Coming around the hairpin and looking fast out of that first hairpin. Look at the lead he's garnering here as we head to the 3rd straight. He'll get to go underneath and just continue that momentum, and now it's the 94 who has to work from behind. He'll have to go away on this turn as well, and the 76 will go up and over and cross the line, and we're even at 1. That's how I figured it would go. Looks like for the NASCAR team, surprisingly enough, the outside line is a little bit better to get off the bat. Seems like speed is just very, very good out of the hairpin. Now they're about even. Here we go. McDonald's. Any speed out of the outside line. This time not as much. 76 still is climbing into it, and he's up a length. He does have to go up and over here. There goes the lead. 94 at even. Here comes 76. Now with a chance here at the back turn. He grinds within a length. Now he's got less room to work with, and he's passed. What a length lead by the end. And it was that overpass at the end that the 94 just lost a lot of speed, and you see him rattle back and forth as he just misses out the win there. NASCAR will easily, of course, go to the finals of the tournament round finals, and it will be this time the 76, bringing things to a close, taking round. We saw another dominant performance from NASCAR this time, knocking out a team in 2 rounds. Hey everybody, I'm Brendan. Cadillac back out there on the track. First team to do that in this tournament, knock out a team in 2 rounds. We saw it again last video, and this time we'll see if that trend persists. I mean, it is the 2nd round. You would think there'd be some sort of increased competitiveness, but this time, at least in the last one, not so much. Cadillac, ooh, almost coming to a loss there off the bat, but does get under sideline there to pick up speed and put it away. Cadillac up 1 over Corvette. Now, Corvette seemed to be the weakest of the 4 teams, if I'm honest, compared to the performances of the other 3 in tournament round 1. So that is open. That is what I've said. Right now, Corvette taking quite the lead here in this one, but we'll see if he can hold on to it. Cadillac looking pretty slow, almost came to a halt back there, and Corvette, we'll see if he can take this one away, and he will. So I guess as I say what I said before, Corvette wasn't too happy to hear that. We're even at 1. Even at 1. Cadillac Corvette, 63 on the side of this one. Bright spokes of 5. And they were by as he takes a 3-length deficit through the first straight. Cadillac coming out strong. And quite the cars they are. Definitely a heavier weight than the Corvettes. Long noses, which can be tough for turns, though usually they take them pretty well. You see right here, nice and smooth around those turns, but it may put some wear and tear on the corners. Here comes the Cadillac down the final straight, and he'll take this one, and it'll be 2-1 in the Cadillac's favor. Let's go Corvette, let's go Cadillac. We got the aberration on the Cadillac team. Bright gold, spokes of 5. Big car, not long. Almost as short as the Corvette. And just a real beast out there on the track. Almost could worm his way into the X-Racers team, maybe. Maybe not that good. Should be careful to project any vehicles into the X-Racer group. But certainly a beast on the track. Here he comes down inside line, ahead by a little bit. Corvette climbing back into this one, goes underside, up by a length by the finish. And it all went 0 to 100 down the 5th straight. Cadillac just watched his life flash before his eyes. Cadillac Corvette. As we roll into the next one. But man, what a tough way to finish. And Corvette here on the near side. Odd model, but makes for an even race right now. Difficult finish for the Cadillac team. Now they're dealing with an even at 2 situation. Corvette on the far side now, coming down the 4th straight, down a little bit. Look at all the speed loss, man. Almost like he hit sandpaper in the track. All the speed just went away, and he's tough down that final hill as well. And then Corvette's going to have to take a loss on this one. And we're back to Cadillac. Corvette, sporting that milky white vehicle. Almost forgot about him, but he was one of the biggest contenders in the previous video featuring the Corvettes. And off to a great start here, up by a few lengths. Does get inside line, though, so Cadillac does have a chance to worm back in, and he starts to rattle forward. And Corvette will go over, up and over, and here comes Cadillac. Now has 2 inside lines to work with. Now narrowed that lead down to 3 lengths. Here we go, down the final hairpin, and Cadillac's now within 2, but rattles a little bit out of that turn. And it's going to be Corvette who was able to stay smooth and maintain momentum as he forces it to the end. Cadillac Corvette, white and red. And this time Cadillac off to a strong start. Love the milky white color. You have to appreciate it. Just looks so clean. Oh man, I'm about to say looks so clean, but we saw a very sloppy turn right there from this white Cadillac, who looked like something got under the tire there. Still rattling, wobbling back and forth. A lot of lateral motion right now. I honestly don't know how he's still in the lead. I think it's just the other Corvette is so stuck far behind. I didn't even see him pass. Is he stuck up there? He might be stuck up there. No, I just didn't catch eye of him as the camera panned back away. And, well, it'll be the end for this Corvette no matter. Corvette Cadillac. Indiana 19 and a bright red Cadillac. This one also a standout racer from the Corvette team and doing as such as he folds through the first turn pretty well. Holding a solid lead, still has work to do. Kind of rough on that second turn and have to go away here. Outside line, still a big lead to work with. Crests that hill, comes around once again, and he's got a lot of room to work with here. He gets to go underneath. That's going to do it. That will be a Corvette win. And we're looking towards even here as we move towards the next round. And we're going to look at it here, 4-4. Yes, I'm right about that. 4-4. Here we go to the next round. This is how I thought the previous match would go here in tournament round 2. An easy 4-4 Corvette Cadillac starting us off. But no, not that time. This time it's hard for me to see Cadillac putting this away into 2 rounds. They'd have to win all 4 races here, and already Corvette trying to take back here the lead, even while working with outside lines. Cadillac struggling through those turns, now starting to drop back. He has to go over. He's going to lose speed. He's going to lose some acceleration, and he has a lot of work to do down the back straight. Here comes the Corvette, whips through the inside line. Ooh, slows down a little bit, but I don't think it's nearly enough to let Cadillac back in, and maybe it'll be Corvette who flips the script and puts Cadillac away in 4 races by the end of round 2. Let's see if that happens. Cadillac white, Corvette even a milkier white. And out of the gate, it's a clear lead from the Corvette team. Excitement will build here as that feat might be accomplished, especially since Cadillac was almost a clear finalist team from the first video. Imagine if Corvette could perform the upset here and be one going to the finals after all. They will definitely struggle against the NASCAR team, but at least they can enjoy their victory now. Milky white Corvette will get to celebrate right now as it crosses the finish line into the racing pillow, and it will be 2-0 Corvettes here in the second round. Can they do it? Can Corvettes put Cadillac away here? Yellow Corvette. 2 black racing stripes down the center. Off to a good start, trying to burn a little lead here as we head to the first turn, and that he will. Now up a couple of lengths. Cadillac has the acceleration down the straight, though, and Corvette looks like he's a little bit out of sorts through that turn. Tries to climb back into it. He'll have to go over the top here and now deal with away hairpin turns. Here comes Cadillac, now up by a few lengths, and he might dash all the hopes of ending the race right here. I think that's going to happen. Corvette just doesn't have the space to catch up. And there you have it. Cadillac still finding a way to get one in there. Cadillac Corvette. Can the Corvettes at least hold on to 3? That'll be good for them. They kind of need it. This is the aberration to the Cadillac team, besides, of course, the Beast, that I call him. Another odd model we don't see across the team, but certainly a fast, a vicious little racer, and colors matching the feelings there. Has a chance to take this one away. Corvette's still in and only a few lengths behind. He'll get to go underneath here. Here comes Cadillac over the top. Corvette burns the lead to a almost even set, but not by the end. And Cadillac will hold it by a length and bring it to the semifinals 2-2. things are not going to be that simple for either team. Cadillac, Corvette. Cadillac, Corvette. Telling them apart might be hard if all red cars look the same to you, but on the near side we got the Corvette. On the far side we have the Cadillac. Right now the race looks pretty even. Cadillac should have the lead right now. We got two inside lines. He has to go over and now deal with away lines. Here comes Corvette, up by a few lengths and counting as he lengthens that lead. He will have to go over here, but looks like no speed's really going to be lost. And he'll come across the line pretty easily. Now we got a Cadillac and a Corvette, and really we got the best of both teams here. This Cadillac, a master at accelerating on the straights, even though turns are a little tough for him, and this Corvette, really the leader of the team. When you look at it, you can just tell by the personality and the finesse that he uses on the track, the way he flawlessly and gracefully moves through the track, that he is a force to be reckoned with and a personality to be respected. Here he comes down the final hairpin, up by a few lengths. Cadillac trying to accelerate underneath, and I think the milky white Corvette still holds out. I think we'll see the two flash here. That's what I'm expecting to see, and there you go, by maybe a third of a wheel length. The Corvette team will bring both of their cars into the finals and seal this one. Cadillac going home disappointed, and Corvette will have their work cut out for them when we head to the NASCAR World next tournament round, next match even. Right now we'll get to see who really is the fastest from this team, at least on this given day. And right now looks like the milky white Corvette has a lot of advantages here. Gets to go inside here on this final turn, up a few lengths already. Still the red Corvette trying to climb back into it and gets underside line, closing the gap, but can't pull it away. And it will be the white Corvette up one here in the finals. They'll have to change lanes. We'll see if that affects how these two race. And right now, I mean, you see that the raw speed might even lean towards the way of the red Corvette here, who just look at the acceleration out of the turns. It's so good, but it's about also how you pace yourself, how you deal with the turns, how you approach the over and underpasses, and that's where the milky white Corvette really starts to shine. This time, though, I think the red Corvette, with this lane path, is going to have this one pretty easily up and over, but that's not going to dock him too much speed, and we're even at one. Change lanes a final time. Milky white Corvette, down out of the gate. Still some time to work with, though. He looks comfortable. Red Corvette up by a few lengths, and that gap continues to close. Here we go, down the midpoint as we cross that first overpass. Here comes the white Corvette. Now back to a lead by a length. Red Corvette holding inside here, and now it's even through the final turn. The white Corvette goes over the top, and red comes to the finish first. And sometimes there's just not much you can do. Going over the top, it's just going to take an extra second, and it will be the red Corvette fastest of the group today. Every Corvette will advance to the finals, and we will see you next time as we close things out here. Right before the finish line, actually a slightly harder lane to win on. Hey everybody, I'm Brendan. NASCAR Corvette as we kick things off here in the finals. Both of these teams quite solid racing to bring them all to this point. And NASCAR, a little more dominant NASCAR even in the tournament round 2 than Corvette, but still both of these teams very qualified to be here. And, well, it's up in the air, honestly, which team is going to win. I will say, as I was pondering before, that lane where you have to hit the overpass right here. Look at the even between the two cars, and he has to hit the overpass, and he loses a lot of speed. And I know that the other car has to deal with an overpass earlier on, but might it be easier to deal with that and gain back the speed with all the time you have left, Corvette and NASCAR, than to just have to deal with it right before the finish line? I don't know. I would need some more expert analysis on track design and equality between the two lanes to make a decision for sure. Next set of NASCAR Corvette. NASCAR up by a few lengths and rolling underneath the overpass there. Still looking pretty good. Now up by 4. Corvette starts to drop back here, and he's going to struggle to catch up around this turn. Starts to catch up a little, but he goes underneath. Has room to work, but not enough. And we're at 2-0 NASCAR. I'd be happy if Corvette put 3 of the 5 up here. NASCAR Corvette, we have the Indiana and the 01, 2 of the best racers for their teams respectively. They've also, both of them have shown in their own ways in their respective rounds, and racing here, they're about even. Indiana actually starts to break away here. Wheels, looks like they rattle a little bit down the lane, but he's still up a few lengths. 01 will have some work to do down the back straight. Here we go around the final hairpin, and Indiana 19 way out in front, and the Corvettes will get their first win, and we have ourselves a race. As much as a shutout, again, would be exciting to see, I like a little battle in the finals. Corvette NASCAR, that milky white Corvette, as I point out every time. Should hold up pretty well against McDonald's. Nice bright red, yellow, white car representing that very famous fast food restaurant. Starting to fall back through the overpass. Here comes a milky white Corvette down the inside line, up by a length, and now trying to climb and make it 2, but the McDonald's car is holding pace. Corvette will have to go over the top here. He'll lose a length and 2. And there you go. Milky White out in the first round. Things will be cutthroat here in the finals. NASCAR Corvette. And Corvette only dealing with 1 car right now. The Indiana 19, certainly one you'd want to have if you could only pick one. But still, we could use to put a few more up on the board. We got the 44 out there. We got Corvette, their aberration to their team. Not like any of the other models, really. And, well, he's coming in fast down the lane there. I don't really remember him sticking out in previous races, previous tournament rounds, but actually holding pace here. Oh, slow out of that final hairpin, and that's it. That's it. That's 4-1. Nothing you can do right there. He held pace, but, I mean, he just lost it right there in that final hairpin. Corvette NASCAR. And roll him out again. Corvette down 4-1. NASCAR up by a couple lengths here as we wrap the first couple of turns. Still extending that lead. This is a 43. Another standout from the NASCAR team, so it'll be hard-pressed to see him lose this race. And I think that it's very clear what's about to happen here. Here comes the 43. Coming across the line. Not even another sign of the Corvette. Maybe he comes around here. There he goes. And that will wrap another win for the NASCAR team. Corvettes with only 1. And well, we got the 76. So, I mean, I think we know where this one is going here. 76 in Corvette. 76 again in the top 3 for the NASCAR team. And, I mean, he did get upset in the last tournament round. He was beat by a Corvette, maybe even the same Corvette. No. I don't know why I'm saying that. He was beat by a different team's racer. But, he took a tough loss. A loss that was not expected is what I'm trying to say. Here we go, 76 around the final hairpin, has some room to work, and there he goes underneath, and he's got speed. And the 76 will bring it to about 6-1. Just avoided an upset there. 51 in a Corvette. This is it. If NASCAR wins here, they go to the next round with only 1 Corvette to worry about. Right now, I think it's going to be 2. Corvette by the second length here, already up. We're about 10 lengths in the lead here. So this Corvette not looking fast overall, so I don't know how he's going to deal with some of the faster NASCAR cars when we get into the next round. I think just the 41 is not your best on the NASCAR team. And here we come down. He'll go underneath and he'll take this one, and they'll be 6-2. Which is exactly not where the Corvettes want to be, if I'm honest right now. I thought they were going to get 3. Ideally, you want to get 4 or more. and they're working with 2. It will be the underdog comeback of the year here at Races and Fun if Corvette can pull this off. Though I will say, even if they do, the Luigi team going down and the Mach 8 getting knocked out early in the finals, that will be a close second. NASCAR Corvette, the Indiana 19 and a 76, and based on how the 76 has been racing lately, hard to see how the Indiana 19 won't take this one. Already up a couple of lengths though. 19 trying to climb back into it here. Here he goes up to even and more. He's still working with outside lines, and now he gets to go underneath and work with inside lines. They're about even through the overpass. Here we go to the inside. Up a couple of lengths and more. Now 3 and even 4. 76 starts to drop back, but he has a burst of speed coming around the final hairpin. He'll get to go underneath, and he can't make up the ground. 76 started a lot better many videos ago. Corvette, NASCAR. Red Corvette here. Ooh, he left the course there for a second. Kind of jumped through the end of that first hairpin. He was slow through the second one as well. Only up a few lengths working with inside lines, and there comes the lead to a close through the overpass, and now they're about even. Has to work with away lines, but starts to speed up down here in the 4th straight. Here we go around the hairpin, and the 94 trying to keep up over the overpass and down a couple lengths. And Corvette will get 2 into the semifinals. They climb right back to even so quick, and NASCAR's got to cut from 4 down to 2 here. And now it's time to talk strategy. Because who are your best racers? Who are the 2 you really want in the final? Honestly, matchups were unfortunate here because I would want both the 01 and McDonald's in the finals, and I think they're the 2 cars racing next, if I remember correctly. So, I mean, it's tough here. I think I would lean more towards the 44 here, just based on previous experience, but again, the one never impressed me too much. The 01, on the other hand, but this is a 1 without the unnecessary 0 at the front, so I think I'll take the 44 here. Not a bad choice. And here comes NASCAR. Oh, I had that wrong. I had the 43 and McDonald's. And again, we're talking about the same thing here, really. 43, about the same skill as the 01 on any given day. 94, also a car you want in there. But man, I think I'd lean 43. 43, he was consistent. I think he took an overall round. I think the tournament round 1 was it that he bested. But it's going to be a close race here. Actually, 94 coming down about even up over the overpass and just can't get it by about half a car length. So it will be the 43, which again I think is the more favored win. But wow, the 94 give him a run for his money. Well, now here we go. We went from 6-2 down to 2-2. Semifinals at hand. And I'm kind of hoping that we don't get knocked out immediately here. I'm hoping that it's a NASCAR and a Corvette in the finals, but you never know. So excitement's going to build here in the semifinals. 43 in the red Corvette. Red Corvette deceitfully fast. He looks slow. Honestly, like, take this second hairpin here. Look at how slow it looks like he's cresting this second hairpin. Man, it looks like he's got no speed coming out of that, but somehow he's managed to stay way ahead of every vehicle he's racing. 43 trying to come back into it here, has one more inside line to work with. Up by a couple lengths is the red Corvette, and he's going to have to do work. He's now behind. Even 43 on the far side, but had to go up and over. And if he didn't have to go up and over, I think he would have won. But again, that's the balance of this course. He didn't have to go up and over at the top, and well, now it's balanced down here. Here we go. We got the Indiana, and we got the 44. NASCAR has to win to move on. 44 not looking good, though he is dealing with outside lines here, so that could have an effect. Comes around the outside and starts to climb back into a lead here, closing that gap, and now more for him as he's up about 2 lengths. Now is inside up about 3-4. Indiana 19 starting to let it slip away here around the final hairpin. Indiana 19 comes underneath, catching up, but not enough time once again. What a finish. 44 needed it. First to win 2 races. NASCAR Corvette. We got a finals here. Top tier from the Corvette team, one of the best from the NASCAR team. Who will put this away? Corvette has climbed back into this one. Honestly, I favored NASCAR from the beginning, and we'll see if they keep that favoritism down the end of the finals here. 44 out to a nice, healthy lead as we head towards the final turn. And it's starting to grow here. I don't think the red Corvette has a chance in this particular race. He's going to have to work with the next ones coming up. And the 44 is going to make it a 1-0 finals. NASCAR would like the sweep here. But overall, they just like the overall win. They change lanes. We got 44 on the near side. Red Corvette there on the far side. 44 again out to a lead. Red Corvette, looks fast down the second straight, dealing with outside lines again, so that's going to have a factor in what he gets to handle down the next two turns. Look at him start to break away. Now he's inside, looking fast through that third turn. Let's get to the fourth turn. He's getting there pretty quick. Inside line, has some space. 44 coming up though, and he still has room, so it's going to be a final battle between the two as we're at 1-1. Oh, I love it when it works up to this. Here we go. This is NASCAR, this is Corvette. The winner of this race will take the double overpass cup in quite an amazing style. Who gets to deal with the underpass, we can call it, in that final straight? It looks like NASCAR will have to go up and over down the final straight. Corvette's got a chance here if he can keep pace with NASCAR. NASCAR breaking away for 2 lengths. Corvette battling back into it, can't seem to make it happen. He's down 2 lengths, goes underneath, now in the lead, and there you go. Corvette, right at the end. And by a length, Corvette will win the double overpass cup. What a exciting way to round off this 3-tournament round tournament, to use the word twice. And that will do it here at Races and Fun. We will see you next time. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you for tuning in.